Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Linda, and today I'm taking you on the third hike of my Couch to Peaks transformation journey. If you're new here, welcome. I started this series to document my fitness and wellness journey to go from a couch potato to a confident peak bagger, one hike at a time. Each week, I will take you on a new trail, gradually increasing difficulty and distance. My goal is to summit some of the most iconic peaks in Southern California with ease by the end of my journey. Along the way, I'll share my hiking tips, delicious recipes to fuel my adventures, and insights into how nature can heal both body and mind. So, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to join me on this transformation journey. I would love to hear from you if you're also on a similar journey. In the first couple of hikes, I've hiked the beautiful Eagle Rock and Josephine Peak, two awesome starter hikes. And today, we're moving on to our third challenge, Mount Lukens via the Crescenta View Trail. Let's get into it. Mount Lukens, standing at 5,074 feet, is the tallest peak in the city of Los Angeles. There are a few different routes to reach a peak. For today, we're focusing on the Crescenta View Trail, a moderate out-and-back hike that covers approximately 9 miles round trip, with an elevation gain of about 2,700 feet. Our journey starts at Crescenta Valley, about 20 minutes from downtown Glendale. The trailhead is easy to access, and parking here is free, which is always a bonus. As we set off on the trailhead, you'll immediately notice how this trail gradually climbs into the foothills. It's a mix of single track and fire roads, which offers a nice variety as we head upward. The Crescenta View Trail starts off relatively mellow, winding through low shrubs and brush. As you gain altitude, you'll be treated to sweeping views of the San Fernando Valley. The first 2 miles are a steady incline, making it perfect for those transitioning from easier hikes to more moderate terrain. You'll pass through patches of wildflowers in the spring and get occasional glimpse of wildlife, like hawks and maybe a deer or two. As it's approaching late summer now, some of the trees have turned a beautiful shade of orange. The next 2 miles are pretty repetitive. The views don't change that much, so I just focus on putting one foot in front of another. Occasionally I'll stop, take a look at the summit, and estimate how much longer I have to go. Sometimes I'll look behind me and appreciate how far I've already climbed. I'm here on a Sunday, but I haven't crossed paths with another hiker yet. The parking lot was full, however, so I'm wondering where everyone is. This is not a super popular hike, but I expected to see at least some hikers. After some more hiking, I reached a rest area with a bunch of rocks in a circle and an American flag. This marks a good spot to take a little break. I drink my energy shot to give me a little boost for the final ascent. At around mile 4, things start to get more intense. The trail steepens considerably as you make the final push towards the summit. You'll want to take this part slow. There are switchbacks, rocky terrain, and it's important to watch your footing because there are steep, exposed sections. But trust me, the effort is worth it. After a challenging final stretch, you'll arrive at Mount Lukens summit. Standing at 5,074 feet, the peak itself is pretty unassuming. There are communication towers and radio antennas, but don't let that distract you. This is the perfect place to take a break, eat lunch, and reflect on your journey up. One of my favorite parts of hiking is the quiet moments at the summit. After all the effort, you can just be. And the views make all the hard work worth it. As I sat there enjoying my break, I thought about the opening quotes and the mindset behind the idea that self-acceptance is the foundation for true transformation. You cannot change what you do not accept. So often, when we set goals, whether it's fitness, career, or personal growth, there's a fine line between being too critical of ourselves and being too complacent. If we're overly self-critical, we get bogged down by guilt, shame, or fear. On the flip side, if we're too lenient, we never push ourselves to improve. It's taken me many years to learn this lesson, and it may seem like a paradox, but it's true. Before you can transform into something better, you have to accept who you are right now. If you want sustainable and lasting change, it can only come from a place of self-acceptance, acknowledging where you are right now without judgment, but also recognizing that there's room for growth. This balance is the key to making those permanent changes. And that's the mindset I'm learning to embrace as I go on these weekly hikes. For me, hiking has become a central piece of my personal transformation. It's not just about fitness. It's about grounding myself, finding perspective. Just like with hiking, I've realized that I don't have to tackle the whole mountain at once. I can face each challenge, physical and emotional, step by step. With every hike, I train my body to overcome obstacles. But more importantly, I'm training my mind to embrace self-acceptance. Well, enough talking about self-acceptance. It's time to head back down the way we came. Descending the Crescenta View Trail can be just as challenging as the ascent, especially on the steep and rocky sections. I recommend taking your time, staying mindful of loose rocks, and being gentle on your knees. If you brought trekking poles, this is the perfect time to use them. The descent is about 4.5 miles back to the trailhead, so make sure to pace yourself, drink plenty of water, and enjoy the scenery as you go. If you're following along this Couch to Peaks journey, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next hike. And as always, feel free to share your own hiking stories or any questions you have in the comments below. Let's inspire and support each other along this journey. Thank you for joining me on the trail today. Until next time, keep hiking, stay strong, and always take time to appreciate the journey. See you on the next peak.